How's everyone doing? Today I'll be doing a recap of the 2023 WWE Immaculate case break that I did on Whatnot. This was for the break on Thursday, May 29th. Full case break. And even though it's 2023, it only came out like 8 months ago. And, you know, it's 2025 now. I miss Panini. This set was incredible. This was one of the initial 2 premium high-end products for Panini WWE cards, along with Impeccable. But Immaculate was always like the main big one. And this set is still awesome. So many great chase cards in there. The Judgment Day Quad Auto, the Attitude Era booklet, which is just, I would say, the main chase in this product. But so many awesome, you know, quads, triples, dual autos. This set is really just beautiful. And the past and present cards, just the championship runs, the design, even the base cards are a hit. There's only 1 base card per box. Very difficult to put a complete set together. Let me know if you've opened up any of the 2023 WWE Immaculate or done any breaks and what the best card is you've gotten. Let me know what your favorite wrestling card set is. Let me know what your favorite wrestling card is in your collection and who your favorite wrestler is currently and all time. Leave those comments down below. But now let's go ahead and do the hit recap for the full case of 2023 WWE Immaculate. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. And I run breaks on the All Sports Breaks channel on Whatnot. We've got a team over there. My breaker name is Sublime. Come check us out and get in on some awesome breaks. These are 130 point cards, except there are some that are 180 point. Those are usually like the duels and stuff like that. But again, the base cards are hits because there's only 1 base card per box. There's 5 boxes in a case for iMac. And we got Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero out of 75. These are thicker cardstock, glossy finish on the front. And that hollow foil border looks awesome. The design is incredible for this set. Eddie Guerrero, Light Sheet Steel. We were both born in the same place, El Paso, Texas. We got Superstar Swatches of Isla Dawn, bookend 35 of 35. I think we got a couple of the bookend 35 of 35s, which is interesting. And we got Liv Morgan. Now, at the end, I decided to run everything at $2 auctions because we had already broken even. I said, you know what, let's roll the dice. And 2 spots went for like the lowest I've ever seen them go for. Liv Morgan went for like $67, and Cody Rhodes went for like, I don't know, 83, which both are really low for them. But Liv Morgan hit 11 of 25 on the Superstar Swatches. The ruby right there. Really cool looking swatch right there. Anytime a patch has an interesting design and isn't monochromatic, that is definitely a win. I feel like there should be no monochromatic patches in a premium high-end product, especially one like this. I think the cases now for iMac are going for like $3,700. We got a past and present for KO out of 49. Looks pretty much the same. Maybe a few more tattoos on the arms. But definitely a big fan of KO myself. For a bigger guy, you know, he can do the swantons, the moonsaults, all that kind of stuff. So pretty awesome. I hope he's going to be okay and can come back in the future. Or, you know, maybe not. Maybe just, you know, hang it up and not injure yourself more. He's given a lot for a long time, but I hope he will be doing well health-wise for himself. We got Tyson Kidd, Marks of Greatness out of 25. Him and Natalia still going strong. We got Cody on the Jumbo Ring Canvas out of 99. These cards are so dope. This, and there's another card in this set which will tell you what events they're used at, which I think are super awesome. It's the last vestige for that in sports cards, really. This one right here is Backlash 2023. That's when this ring canvas was used. I love seeing that on there. I think that's so freaking cool. And we've got Superstar Swatches Wendy Chu out of 35. I feel like she hits a lot in this product. For whatever reason, I see this card so often. And we got both Usos in here on the base. This is No Yeet out of 35. That Ruby. And his spot, I feel like he's so underrated. He's hilarious, entertaining. I think he's much better on the mic than Jay. And he can go in the ring. But like Jay's spots are priced at like 100. His was 25. And I think it ended up going for 20. So, like, crazy. Jey Uso didn't go for 100, but he still went for much, much higher. The differential, I know Jay's holding the belt, but, like, wild. Even before that, though, the differential was crazy. Booker T, another one that I think is super undervalued for his cards and spots. DDP, Kurt Angle, a ton of these legends should be going for way more. The 5-time, although he was a 6-time champ, 2-time Hall of Famer, out of 49 marks of greatness. Booker T, King Booker. And we got Kurt Angle. This one, out of the box, I noticed it had a ding right there in that corner, really soft corner. You can see that. You don't want to see that for a premium high-end product. Kurt Angle on the Legends out of 99. I don't want to call him Perk Angle anymore because he said he doesn't like it. Brings him back to a bad time. So Peak Angle. I've seen people like trying to push that. And I think that's a nicer way to show respect for this legend. One of the all-time greats. And another one that I think his spots and autos should be going for more money than they currently are. Definitely undervalued. But nice-looking card. Kind of a bummer about that. Ding right out of the box. It happens sometimes. I don't know at this point if it's worth going through Panini because they've lost the licensing. I don't think they have many WWE cards left in stock. A lot of their redemptions, they basically told me Roman's not going to sign, and that Topps basically paid these guys, the big names, not to sign. The rep that I talked to last said basically the old school guys, Hall of Famer vets and stuff, they'll sign, but the newer big name stars are not going to sign, which is such a bummer to hear. They signed a contract. I feel like it was collusion. Topps Fanatics and WWE working against Panini, which was such a shame because to me Panini makes the far superior product for wrestling cards. Topps had wrestling cards for years, and once Panini took over is really when wrestling cards got big. But I digress. Back to this Immaculate Ink for Sika out of 99. I remember telling people multiple times during the break the Alpha Sika spot is worth getting. They have live autos, even though they both passed away, because they signed tons of sticker sheets. Sika is Roman's father. And I remember I ran that spot so many times at cheap discount. And, the last time I was like, you know what? I was saying to myself, I didn't announce it, but I was like, if this doesn't go, I'm just going to keep the spot. And my boy Chad picked it up. Chad did that to me twice. There was a couple spots that I ran. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just keep this spot if it doesn't sell this time because I ran it a bunch. And Chad's got good taste. He likes Legends. I like Legends. Ricci too. Or some Legend collectors. But yeah, just OG Bloodline. Awesome to see these guys in the set. And the last chance to get their autos in a set right here. The Wild Samoans. So pretty cool right there. And I had a feeling there at least one of them was going to hit, and they did. And oh my gosh, M. Vieira, I think, was the person that got the Raquel spot. And they came in and said, any Raquel hit? And I was like, oh, not yet. And then the very next card was a Raquel on this jumbo mem right there. The Immaculate Standard. I really like her and Liv, but it seems like, I don't know if they're trying to create a storyline where they'll go against each other. I kind of hope they don't because I really like them together, but we'll see how it goes. But we got the base right here for Dragon Lee. I really miss the rookie shields. Topps hasn't been doing that, and I always like that. Panini did that. Offers some legitimacy to WWE cards because obviously all other sports do that. But another bookend, 35 of 35 on the Ruby base. We got Tori Wilson on the Marks of Greatness out of 49 with her little doggo. We got AJ Styles with the past and present out of 49 with the soccer mom haircut. But he is a legend, the phenomenal one. He's awesome, especially the TNA days. Incredible. One of the best TNA champs ever. But AJ Styles out of 49. This is for Body Slam. Body Slam Toys. Check them out on YouTube as well. One of my favorite content creators for wrestling cards on here. Definitely a nice card, and happy to hit that for him. We got IRS. I think this is for, it's either Ricci or Chad. They got a lot of the legend spots, but this is Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy's father, Mike Rotunda, Erwin R. Shyster. And the numbering on this one is interesting. 48 of 84, kind of the reverse rate there. But out of 84 is really, you know, unique numbering for this. You know, you don't see that really. So I don't know if it has something to do with whenever he became a champ at some time, but I don't think that's the case. But either way, pretty cool to see another legend like this in there. And somewhat newer Hall of Famer, I want to say a couple years ago now, inducted in. But we got, what is this one? The Remarkable Memorabilia for JD McDonough out of 35. He deserves more appreciation. Even before that one big match where he had all those injuries, I think he garnered some more respect pushing through, but he was always a great in-ring worker. He sells moves and bumps so incredibly well. And he had some incredible matches against Dragunov. Very intense. Can't wait for Dragunov to come back. We got British Bulldog out of 75. Awesome looking card right there on the base. We got the EST on the standout memorabilia out of 35. Another 35 of 35 bookend. I think that's the third one, which is kind of crazy. And we got Mello Don't Miss. And I like Mello Don't Miss as well as the tag team out of 35 on that mem. Sami Zayn out of 99 on the premium memorabilia autograph. I like this gray one, that heather gray. Kind of unique. For monochromatic ones, you usually see, you know, black, white, or red. This is kind of a more unique color. So I dig that. And we got Otis on the past and present out of 99. So we got 3 of the past and presents in here, I believe. AJ Styles, Otis, and KO. Pretty dope. And this one is really freaking cool. I love these shirt relics right here. This one for Zelina Vega, new champ, U.S. champ right there out of 50. And I think that's like part of her crown or tiara that she wears sometimes. Remember Queen Zelina? So that is pretty cool. Looks like that ornate kind of design right there for the crown. That is pretty dope. I dig it. And we got Ricochet. I think it was a good move for him to go to AEW. He's become a great heel there. And I always liked Ricochet. I thought he was, when he was with WWE, the most athletic wrestler on the roster. Now that he's gone, I think it's Montez. But he was always incredible in the ring. Would have been cool to see him come back as Prince Puma, or just do what he's doing now and just be an awesome heel. But Superstar swatches for Ricochet out of 25 on the Ruby. And he's winning. Samantha Irvin, incredible. I miss her too. Out of 35. So both of the Usos on the Ruby base. We got Yeet, Jey Uso right there. I do hope Gunther wins though. But I know a lot of people love Jey Uso. I'm just kind of tired of the whole Yeet thing. It's gotten old for me. Out of 99 Marks of Greatness, Alundra Blaze with that great signature, aka Medusa. That infamous moment where she threw the belt in the garbage. But she's much more than that moment. She's awesome. She's a legend. Cool to see her in here. And then we got Jimmy Garvin. They have a dual spot for the Fabulous Freebirds. Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes. Michael P.S. Hayes. But this is the Immaculate Ink out of 99 on the sticker auto. Basically, a lot of the old school legends do the sticker autos. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then all the other ones do on-card autos. I'd say that she's like an old school legend too. Not as old as Jimmy Garvin, but... So, of course, for a premium high-end product, you want on-card autos over sticker autos. But, you know, if you want autos in general for some of these, you know, older guys, or some of the, like even Paul Heyman does it because he's got such a busy schedule. I still appreciate the ability to get the autos. So, he looks like Ron Jeremy a little bit right there. Maybe in better shape, but he's got that porn stash a bit, just that and hair. It's crazy. But cool to see him in this set. And then I would say the best 3 cards in the break are these next ones. Bailey on the acetate out of 8. You can tell the difference between the acetate and the regular ones because the auto is slightly lighter. But the card design on the acetate looks so freaking cool to me. Really vibrant on that hollow foil effect. Really nice looking card here. This is for Norm. Norm is a big Bailey collector, so soup to hit this for him. I always like hitting for people that, you know, for their PC and stuff like that. And just, you know, a lot of times when people say, oh, they've been on a skunk streak, they haven't hit this card in this set, to be able to hit for them is just a really cool feeling as a breaker. But there we go, the Mem Auto for Bailey on the acetate out of 8. And then we have Hulk Hogan for Vintage. My boy, thank you for coming in and picking up some of these spots. IMAC Championship runs. Pretty awesome. I remember I accidentally sold one of the redemptions, and I thought it was the regular Hulk Hogan spot, but it was Hollywood Hogan. So I sold my Hollywood Hogan redemption to somebody, and they got a great deal on it because the Hollywood Hogan ones go for much more money than the regular Hulk Hogan ones. So congratulations to them. I realized it, and I was like, oh, I can't back out of the deal, you know. So I decided to go ahead and let them have it, and they got a great deal. You know, what can you do? But there we go. Happy to hit this one for Vintage on the Immaculate Championship runs for Hulk Hogan. You don't see a lot of the Hollywood Hogan ones. Hogan in general hits a lot, but Hollywood one is a harder hit. And then this one right here, which I think is super dope, Immaculate Nicknames, the Empress of Tomorrow for Asuka. Really cool picture of her as well. This is out of 25. Now, some of them would write their nickname on here. Like Rhea wrote Mommy, Bianca wrote EST. Although, interesting enough, Bianca didn't write EST on the 101 of this one. Very kind of surprising. She wrote them on the other ones, but not the 101, the one that you definitely should have inscribed that on. But yeah, it would have been cool to see all of them inscribed. But, you know, still a really awesome looking card and cool for the nickname right there. And hopefully she comes back soon. So there you go. All in all, some really good names. Solid break. I wouldn't say anything huge in here. Like I was hoping for the Attitude Era booklets, which I've hit as a breaker before and as a customer. I still am upset about losing it twice on the wheel. There was a time where I was the only one that had multiple spots. I think I had 3 spots or maybe 4 spots, but I lost to the Trish spot on the wheel. And there's another time I lost to it as well on the wheel. But then there was a time I could have had it. I had the case in my office right here. I had 2 cases, and I decided to Percy a case. The case that I Percy'd was awful. It was terrible. Probably the worst case I've seen for iMac. And then the other one I broke. So I ran it during a break, and that was the one that had the Attitude Era booklet in it. And somebody got that, and oh man, to know that I could have had that when I just picked the wrong case to Percy. Bummer. I would still love to hit that again as a breaker just because it's such an awesome card. And I would love to one day get that in my collection as well if possible, but I don't want to pay, it was going for like $3,500 now. But that's the big chase product for this set. All in all, a solid break. Again, nothing too huge, but some really cool cards, big names in here. I thought it was a good break overall. And thank you for everybody who got into the break, supported, got some spots. Happy to hit for those who did, and hopefully we can hit for those who didn't in the next break. Let me know what you think of this break. Let me know which card was your favorite that we hit in here. And let me know if you've opened up any of the 2023 WWE Immaculate or done any breaks and what the best card is you've gotten. Let me know what your favorite wrestling card product is. Let me know what your favorite wrestling card is in your collection and who your favorite wrestler is currently and all time. Leave me those comments down below, and I hope everyone's doing well. Take care.